Picture this. You're at a party, clutching your drink like it's a life raft. Someone approaches you with a smile and says, "Hi." Instead of responding normally, your brain goes into overdrive. What if I say the wrong thing? Are they judging me already? Should I just laugh? Sound familiar? You're not alone. Social anxiety can turn everyday interactions into Olympic-sized events in our minds. But what if I told you that there's often a deeper root, buried in past experiences, quietly feeding these fears? Trauma plays a role in shaping how we see ourselves and others, and its impact on social anxiety is real, but manageable. Today we're going to have an honest, heartfelt, and yes, humorous conversation about navigating social anxiety disorder, SAD. Together, we'll explore the role of past trauma, the invisible weight of SAD, and, most importantly, how you have the power to heal, one brave and compassionate step at a time. Let's start with social anxiety itself. What exactly is it? Social anxiety disorder, or SAD, is more than just being introverted or shy. It's a persistent fear of being judged or humiliated during social interactions. Think of it as having an overzealous inner critic who never seems to take a day off. For people with SAD, attending a meeting, chatting with strangers, or even ordering coffee might feel like a nerve-wracking audition where failure feels imminent. The fear is real even though we might laugh at it later. Like when you accidentally say, "You too," after the waiter says, "Enjoy your meal." Ah, classic. Trauma. It's a heavy word, isn't it? But at its core, trauma is any experience that deeply affects our sense of safety or self-worth. While the experiences vary, from childhood bullying to embarrassing moments in a school play, or even growing up in a critical or toxic environment, one thing remains constant: trauma leaves a mark. For someone with social anxiety, it's as if that trauma whispers into your thoughts, "Don't risk it. Remember what happened last time." Perhaps it was a time you raised your hand in class and everyone laughed at your answer, or when someone you trusted made you feel inadequate. These moments stick, don't they? They build walls that keep us constantly on guard. Let's visualize this. Imagine trauma as a tiny gremlin in your brain that sits at the control panel marked Social Settings. Every time a social situation arises, the gremlin hits the panic button faster than you can say, "Hello." Now, while this scenario sounds amusing, it's a burden many of us carry unknowingly. To the outside world, social anxiety often looks like being quiet, introverted, or even going with the flow. But internally, it's a battlefield. It's avoiding parties because you don't know where to stand. It's drafting a text 12 times because you don't want to sound weird. It's stewing over conversations hours or days later, convinced you said something wrong. Social anxiety can seep into relationships, career opportunities, and personal growth. You miss out on connections, moments of joy, and sometimes even your own potential. But here's what I want you to remember. It doesn't have to stay this way. You are not your fears. The good news: social anxiety, while overwhelming, is not undefeatable. Healing might not happen overnight, but every brave step counts. Asterisk therapy. Asterisk is a powerful tool. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or trauma-focused therapy can feel like finally having a roadmap to navigate the labyrinth of social fears. Think of it as learning to talk back to that pesky gremlin in your brain. Asterisk support networks. Asterisk matter too. Whether it's friends, family, or peer groups, having safe spaces to open up without fear of judgment can be life-changing. Maybe you'll find comfort in realizing that other people, even the most confident-looking ones, have their fair share of insecurities. Mindfulness practices. And let's not forget humor. Next time you're overanalyzing whether your laugh sounded awkward, remind yourself, everyone's probably too busy worrying about their own laugh to notice yours. At the heart of healing is self-compassion. Let's admit it, the inner critic can be relentless. The real question is, why are we so hard on ourselves? Flip the script. What if instead of criticizing yourself after a failed social interaction, you got curious? What if you said, "Okay, that didn't go great, but I tried. I showed up, and that matters." Remember, progress isn't perfection. It's showing yourself the kindness you'd give a dear friend. Try celebrating your wins, even the smallest ones. Spoke up at a meeting? Go you. Introduced yourself without overthinking? Fantastic. What keeps us motivated on this journey is knowing it's possible. Across the world, people with SAD have managed to find their rhythm and reclaim their confidence. One person might start by saying yes to a small coffee outing. Another finally picks up the phone to book a long-delayed therapy appointment. Real growth often stems from everyday courage. It's those little acts of bravery, those moments where you say, "This scares me, but I'll try anyway." The truth is that life is too short to let fear steal your moments. Imagine what's waiting for you on the other side of this journey, making new friends, pursuing opportunities that excite you, and feeling at ease in your own skin. No, it won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. If fear of judgment holds you back, remind yourself that most people are too busy worrying about themselves to notice your quirks. And those who do, they're not your people. The right ones, the people who matter, will embrace you as you are. So where do we go from here? First, take the pressure off yourself. You don't need to fix everything overnight. The journey is non-linear, filled with tiny victories and setbacks, but every step is progress. Second, say yes to the tools and support that can make a difference. Whether it's seeking therapy, leaning on loved ones, or practicing mindfulness, remember, asking for help doesn't make you weak, it shows your strength. Lastly, give yourself permission to laugh, even at life's awkward moments. Healing is serious work, but it doesn't have to be devoid of joy. Sometimes the most healing thing you can say to yourself is, "I'm doing my best, and that's enough." On that note, let's end on a high. Remember that awkward person from the opening scene? Imagine them re-entering the party, taking a breath and shyly but confidently saying, "Hi." The small, brave act that starts to turn everything around. Because healing isn't as far away as it seems. One step at a time, one laugh at a time, you'll get there, and you're not doing this alone. If you or someone you know is struggling,